welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm Talking Dog Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and this is my YouTube channel all about cross stitch. Hello, hello. It's been probably about 6 weeks since I last saw you. All that after saying in my last video, I hope to see you again much sooner. Life, shop, all that kind of stuff has been happening. So sorry. I'm hoping to get back on a more regular schedule soon, but I'll talk to you about that at the end. I've got a bit of a life update, a bit of a shop update, but I'll keep that all at the end. We'll keep all the stitching up front. One thing I do want to say from the beginning of the video though is that the really exciting news is that I'm going to be at Big Stitch at the end of the month. I'm so excited. I know there's sort of 200 plus stitchers going to be there, along with some amazing designers and amazing shops, so I cannot wait to get myself over there and do some shopping and do some chatting. I will speak a little bit more about Big Stitch at the end of the video, but if you are going, please leave me a comment down below. Terrible at names, even worse at faces, but I will try and remember, and if you come and say hello, I would love that. I would love that so much. I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll be seeing you there. Into the stitching though, I have, if you can believe it, 3 fully finished objects, one of which has been finished in the last 6 weeks. I have 4-ish, I think, new starts and a couple of whips. I've been a very, very busy bee over the past few weeks, and not a lot of that has been busy stitching away. There's been lots of the sort of school years coming to an end, so there's been sort of sports days and just, you know, non-uniform days and all that kind of stuff. There's been obviously the shop, so in terms of everyone that's placed an order, that's shared a post, that's liked, that's everyone, all of the Flosstubers that have tagged me in their videos, that have picked up some things from the shop. I cannot thank you enough. Every time I get a little notification, I do a little happy dance and like rush over there to see what it is that people have picked and going, oh yeah, that's such a lovely chart. I'm so glad someone's picked that up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really wanted to make sure that I get that in as well. From the bottom of my heart, you're all amazing. But you're here for the stitching. Let's do that. So I'm going to start with the finishes because I'm just so excited about them. The first one is one that I should have showed you in my last video, but I completely forgot. This I picked up from Lisa, who is Atelier Frames, and I picked it up. In fact, no, I didn't. I gave it to her at the Floss Friends retreat. She took it away, she framed it up for me, and she posted it back to me. You've seen this before finished, and here it is fully finished. This is, oh, let's get rid of all of the glare. This is my Ink Circles round robin that I stitched with Tan, the monogamous cross stitcher, Rosie X Stitches, and Jess, cross stitch Jess. We each stitched a quarter of this lovely Reflections of New Orleans by Ink Circles. And I sent it off to Lisa, who's put in these 2 lovely mats and the frame. Just beautiful. And I'm so happy with how it's come out. I'm so happy. So this is going to go up on the wall in my office now that I've showed it to you. I'm just I'm so thrilled with how it's come out. So I'm sorry it's taken me so long to show that to you. There she is. And then this one is from my Mania. It was one of my Mania finishes last year. I've finally taken it out of the box of doom and I've fully finished it. This is Be Nice by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I've just done a pillow finish using some fabric that I showed you in my last video from Pink Scissors Fabric. I picked these fat quarters up and I've used them to finish off my pillows. A little flower charm there, and that'll go into a little dough ball. Maybe I'll find some little pins to pop in there to decorate that. So I'm really thrilled with how that's come out. Be Nice or buzz off, but pretty. And finally, this is a finish since last time. I told you that I was working towards a finish. It was only gonna take another couple of sessions of stitching in the car, and that's exactly what it did. So here's On the Beach. This is by Little Loops. This was a kit. All of the finishing materials and everything came into the kit. So all of the materials that were given to us at the Floss Friends retreat in April. No, that's a complete lie. It was at the summer retreat last year. I haven't stitched it that fast. Yeah, there it is, all done. I am not very good with this old pom-pom trim. So, but as they say, practice makes better. So we'll just need to keep practicing with that. It's a little 2024 charm I've added on there along with my initials. Oh, I forgot to say, so that's all, with all of the kit materials. That's stitched with CXC in the called for colours on a piece of 30, no, this one is 25 count even weave 2/2, and this one is on a 32 count coffee craft fabric in a lovely yellow using CXC black, and then the Stitchy Ferret custom dyed this floss for me for this chart. And there we have finishes. Next up is new starts, and I've been on a bit of a starting spree this month, and I'm not mad about it. I do love a new start. I think it was the first thing that I started. These aren't necessarily in order, but I think this was the first. My lovely friend Shelley had a big birthday this year on the 2nd of June. So together we have started Bellatrix by Bella Filipina. My photo got stuck to the inner packet, so it's looking a bit tattered now. That's her when she's finished. I got maybe 3 or 4 evenings of stitching on this. Where have I put her? Oh, she's over here. She's still on the frame. I'm stitching this on 28 count Hyades from Chromatic Alchemy. And here's where I've got to. I'm using CXC in the called for colours and AMO floss, which is a cotton floss for the colours. I think it's 34 and 35. And as you can see, I'm doing the skin 1/1, which is interesting, full cross. I'm definitely going to keep going with it because it just looks so effective when you're doing it, when you're looking at it from a distance. What else do I need to say about this? Frame is just one that I found on Facebook for a tenner, along with a stand, so it seems to be working for me pretty well so far. I'm not entirely sure where that Needleminder has come from. The shop has disappeared from my Etsy list, and the Saturday morning stitching is from the Black Needle Society Saturday morning stitching box. There we are, Bellatrix. I'm really looking forward to get some more into that because it is actually quite easy stitching once you get into it. The colours go straight down in lovely columns, so once you get going you kind of get a rhythm to it. Really happy with that. Shelley is using the same fabric, so ours are going to look almost identical, and Danny, Sarcastosaurus Rex I think she is on Instagram, I'll pop it down here. She was stitching it at the Floss Friends retreat back in April, and Shelley and I were just like, that's what we want to stitch on. So she gave us the information, and yeah, we've just blatantly copied her. So thank you, Danny, for helping us out with that one. Okay, that was the first new start. Another new start that I have done is I'm stitching with Shelley. No, Shelley was the last one. Sherry, Just So Sherry. She did a video where she said her plans were on the 1st of July to stitch Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I had this in my stash and I said, can I join? And she said yes, absolutely. She has separated the chart into 5 sections with the idea that we will finish it for Christmas. You know what I am like with stitch alongs. I'm not very good at keeping with the timeline. I'm going to try. I'm going to have Sherry on my back, so we'll go for it. The sections are Christmas rules and deck the halls is the first section, then the drink hot chocolate, then hang your stocking, build a snowman. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. And then I think it's just spread joy and then go sledding and believe. I'm not sure. I've got a picture of it on my phone, but it's as I can't get my words out. It's been that long. It's a copy. It's a working copy of the chart that's been scribbled on, so I can't show you that. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works out. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that is the intention. And this is being kept in one of my pieces of haul for this month, which is a bag from Cross Stitch Jess. I showed you a gift that she gave me in her last video. She has had so many people asking about her bags that she started selling them. And as soon as she put up a listing, I had to get one. So this is the first one that I picked up. It's one of her large bags. As you can see, gorgeous zip, matching inside, and I'm actually keeping my project on the hoop, on the nudge inside it, along with the A4 pattern. So as you can see, perfect size. If you want one of those, you need to go to cross.stitch.jess on Instagram and check her stories and her story highlights, because that's where she's got everything posted that's available, and just DM her and she'll be able to sort you out. Right, that bit out of the way. Here is my start on Christmas rules. I've actually done not too shabby. I'm stitching it using CXC for where it calls for DMC, but I've got the Gentle Arts Cranberry for the red. And it's looking fab. I'm probably about halfway through, maybe, the first section. So I've got a bit to go if I want to keep on track for this month, but we're gonna give it a really good go. .32 count platinum linen from Zweigart that's been stitched on. Next up, I started this. This is a summer pillow from Flossabilities. Lauren sent me a bunch of charts to pop into the shop, and I swiped one out of the pile because I knew I had to start it. So I have paid, don't worry. I love it. I just love that. So I'm stitching it on a piece of fabric that I had in stash. It's a Chromatic Alchemy fabric again. This is from their Facebook seconds group, where they post sort of imperfect dye lots. So it doesn't have a name, and it's ended up on the group because there is, can you see that there? Is it more on the other side? Yeah, there is a blue dye spot on it. So I'm just stitching it on the other side. It's an 18 count Ada, and yeah, there we go. That's showing up quite true. It's got the very slightest green mottling to it. So there, I've finished most of the first motif, and I'm stitching that in Cottage Garden Threads Raspberry. And this thread is just glorious to work with. So yeah, I need to pick that up for some more summer stitching. Honestly, the sun came out in the UK for about a week and a half, and I wanted to start all of the summer things because I was feeling so summery. And now we are, what, the 11th of July, and it's not stopped raining for the past week, I think. Ridiculous. So I'm not really in the mood for any summery stitching, but as soon as the sun comes back out and I've got some easy single colour stitching motivation, that'll come out. The next thing I started, also on the 1st of July. I say also on the 1st of July. I actually started both of them on the 2nd of July because I'm always late for everything. 2nd of July, I started Strawberry from the Berry Basket series by Hands On Design. Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, is doing a stitch along where she is trying to stitch strawberries for Wimbledon. So for the first 2 weeks of July, Wimbledon is on in the UK, and it is traditional, very traditional, for strawberries and cream. to be consumed during watching Wimbledon. So stitch strawberries for Wimbledon. I had to get involved. I had this in the shop, so snagged one for myself and I started it. It is a very small start. I've just kind of started it for the sake of starting it, if I'm honest with you. But it's there. I've got a little bit on. I've done a top left start. Just a teeny tiny little bit in the strawberry there, in the little checkerboard. This is on a Coffee Craft fabric, 32 count even weave. And you might know Megan doesn't name her fabrics, so they're all kind of one-off dyes. You see them at retreats, you grab the colours that call to you. Love. As you can see, still on the hoop because I had some kind of idea that I was going to keep stitching on it. That one's being kept in my second, well technically my third, my second purchase from Cross Stitch Jess on Instagram. Just love, there it is, that's the Instagram handle. And this is a medium size one, and that's keeping my project in the nudge. What size nudge is this one? This one's a number 2 nudge. And my A5 project, and it keeps them all in there perfectly, including my ridiculous amount of excess fabric. They're just brilliant sizes, but she does have some unique bags as well, which are slightly odd dimensions, so please go over and check out her Instagram story highlights and see what's available. The large, the medium, the unique, they're just fab. Right. That was my finishes, that was my new starts, and now I have 2 whips to show you. That's all I've worked on, apart from a secret stitch. I've worked on new starts, getting that finish, and a couple of whips. This one is being kept in my little loops bag. I've got a stray thread, and it's the Deadly Aquarium Cell. Now, me being me, got a little bit flustered before I started, and I was printing this off and forgot that I'd been doing some organising of my stash a couple of nights ago, and I've actually printed this on sticker paper. So if anyone wants an Exhibit 6 Lola Crow sticker, I have an A4 one. Honestly, that is just so typically me. Here is what it is supposed to look like as of the latest release, which was last Friday. We are due another one tomorrow, I believe. I don't think it's a week off, but I could be wrong. And hands up if you're not surprised that I'm behind. Me. I am so behind. I'm stitching this on a 40 count linen from Coffee Craft fabric. It's a fabulous, see if I can get it to show, bluey, greeny, turquoisey colour, perfect for an aquarium. And here's where I am. So as you can tell, I've gotten quite behind. I didn't finish the frame. I've not finished the first exhibit, let alone Exhibit 6. So the first exhibit was down here. The chest is supposed to have a moray eel in it as well. So what I have been doing in an attempt to catch up is that I've been stitching in this first exhibit, and then wherever any colours travel, like there's some pink in here, which is also in the coral, I've just been finishing off my thread in the next exhibit. So the intention is to get that first exhibit finished first, but I will be making progress on the rest of the exhibits as I go, if that makes sense. So yes, Lola Crow, Deadly Aquarium, surprise of all surprises, Rachel is not up to date. Needleminder is another Black Needle Society needleminder from the restricted section box. I love how this is coming together, and I love all of the exhibits that are coming out. I think they just look amazing. I just have not had the time. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And then finally, my last whip that I've been working on is my oldest whip. So Danielle, Cardiff Stitcher, and Kayla, who is Stitching with Kayla on Instagram, or she's got a Flosstube, Stitching with My Littly. I'll tag them both in the description box below. They are both stitching Winnie the Pooh on Wednesdays. Is that, what's the tag? Hashtag Winnie the Pooh Wednesday, Sal, I think. I'll have to pop it down at the bottom. And I was like, that is the perfect excuse for me to get some progress on my oldest whip. This is Disney's Watercolours A Snoozy Day. It's a kit from Designer Stitches. I'm using everything from the kit to stitch it, which is a 16 count Ada. And it's being stitched 1/1 to give it a bit of a watercolory look, which I think is really effective. And most of what I've been doing is back stitching. This is where we are. Tigger has had his entire face back stitched. Piglet in his, there. Piglet in their entirety has been back stitched. I've done a little bit more in the tree, and it looks like it should be nearly finished, but that tree is massive. So it's still going to take some time, but I just love how much detail the back stitch adds. I'm going to keep working on that. The aim, loose aim, because I'm not going to be too upset if it doesn't, but the aim is for me to finish this one this year. This was started in 2016 with the intention of giving it to my friend for her baby that she was pregnant with, and that baby is now 7. Is that right? Yeah, she's now 7. She was born, she was christened, she's had so many birthdays. Between us, we've had 4 further children since that child was born. So it's beyond due a finish. So that's the aim for this year. And that's it for stitching. I've got a little bit of haul, a very small amount, and a little bit of stitchy kindness as well. I'll start with the stitchy kindness. In fact, to be fair, it is all stitchy kindness because I didn't actually pay for anything. I'll explain that in a second. Rach, Stitchy Rach, watched my last Flosstube video, reached out to me and said, "Oh, if you're struggling to get some old gold, I've got 2. Would you like one?" I said, "Yes, please. I would absolutely love that." So she did, and she's also sent me a lovely little postcard to go with it. So I'm now in possession of the elusive Ye Old Gold Classic Colourworks, and I can now pop that in my project bag with my Moonlight Visitor, and I can get that house stitched. So thank you so much again, Rachel. I'm so grateful. Yay! I love the fact that not only is the card dog related, it's also colour coordinated. Absolutely brilliant. And then the next is, there was, I think it was TaylorMade Stitching. Bear with me a sec while I check. Yes, it was Adele TaylorMade Stitching, who posted on her Instagram stories that she was having a bit of a declutter, a de-stash, and would anyone like this? And I said, if it's going, yes please. I paid her to post it over to me, and it arrived with some little sweeties in it as well. Thank you so much, Adele. And it was a Christmas bundle of finishing supplies that she wasn't going to use. So in it included 3 of these sets of, like, oh, they are all different actually. 3 different sets of ribbon, one with a row of presents, one with the trains, and one with the houses, which are adorable, and then a blue one with the stockings, and a bunch of pieces of fabric. So we've got a blue one, white with gold Christmas trees, I mean, you know, they've been used, but there's still so much more of them left that we could definitely use them for something. I've got a couple of Christmas projects that I'd like to finish off and then fully finish, so these will definitely come in handy for those. I love this one. Like Christmas hens almost, with a little reindeer in the middle. And then a sort of coordinating one there. Navy blue with the trees. Some more of those hens, green this time. A green with, which way around, there we go, with gold Christmas trees. Green with white stars. And red with gold Christmas trees. So thank you so much, Adele, for sending those over to me. That's really, really generous of you, and I will definitely put those to good use. Okay, that's it. We've done stitching, we've done haul. I've already said it once, but I just want to say thank you again to anyone who has liked, commented, shared, mentioned, made an order from Talking Dog Stitchery. I'm so grateful. I'll pop the website just down below here. It's been a crazy few weeks. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly getting all of the orders out to everybody, and the messages that have come through, and the lovely things that have been said in people's videos. I've watched every single one that someone has tagged me in, so just, there's too many for me to mention you all. I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I am very close to reaching another follower milestone, so once I reach that, there will definitely be a giveaway of a voucher for the shop, and I've got some amazing patterns, if I do say so myself, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're subscribed. And the biggest news is that I'm taking the shop to a number of retreats. I've booked in a few for this year and next year. I've popped a little page on the website detailing where I'm going to be and on what days. Hello, Aria. Yes, I am a bit busy right now. Detailing where I'm going to be and on what days. I'm so sorry, my cat's just come in to say hello and has started knocking around on the tripod, so come on. Say goodbye to the cat. Yes, page on the website telling you where I'm going to be and all that kind of stuff, but kicking it off in ridiculous fashion is my first ever retreat is going to be the Big Stitch as a vendor. Could I have put myself any further in the deep end? Probably not. If you're going to Big Stitch and you see me there, please be kind. I'm terrified. I'm not terrified. I'm really excited, but it's like a nervous excitement because it is going to be such a huge event. I'm going to be, I think I'm between Manny Didonna, the designer, and the Primitive Hair. I mean, some big guns turning up to this event as vendors, and there's just going to be me in the middle there with my table thinking, how have I ended up here? And we're bringing so much stuff with me. Thank you to everyone who's placed a pre-order on the website. It's been very helpful because it means I can pack those up and I can restock them so that I can bring some more for other people to pick up. So that's been really helpful, and it's been really excited. I've got them all packed up, ready to go. I feel prepared. I've been spending a lot of time preparing to go. Make sure I've got all of the things I need for display, making sure I've got my card reader and that's all set up, and I think I'm prepared. I've told my husband that one evening we're just going to have to feed the children in the living room because I'm going to be spending the time turning my dining table into a vendor's store because I want to check that everything's going to fit. My table is about the same size as the vendor table. It's one of those extendable ones, so I'm going to extend it, lay everything out, see if I'm bringing too much or if I'm not bringing enough, or if I need some more stands or bowls or whatever in terms of a method to display things. So that is my plan. I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. Just be gentle with me if you're there, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I've got a few other events this year. I'm going to Floss Friends in November. I'm going to Cardiff Stitchy Day in September. I'm going, or is that October? I'm going to the Ladybird Retreat in September. A lot of these are for just one day, so if you're interested in coming and shopping with me and you're going to any of these events, just make sure to double check which dates I'm there as a vendor. Sometimes I'm going to be there as a stitcher one day and a vendor another day, so just keep an eye on that. And yeah, other than that, there's more and more charts arriving every single day, every single week at this point. Just sort of restocking and getting in new things. One of the new things I'm getting in with this week's order is some Carriage House samplings. I've got some Hawk Run Hollows coming. One of them may or may not end up sliding into my stash. I'm thinking for a potential birthday start. Let me know what you think. So that's happening, and then I am very, very aware of all of the wonderful, wonderful mid-year whip parades that are coming out. So my question to you is, would you still be interested in a mid-year whip parade if it was not quite a mid-year whip parade? Because with the shop, with the big stitch being on the 27th, I'm probably not going to be able to film one until August. Hopefully in the first week or so. Would that still be something that interests you, or would you be, no, whip parade season's been and gone, I'm whipped out, wait till the end of the year? Let me know. I think that's it. I don't think I've got anything else to share with you today. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm hoping my next video I'll reach that milestone and we'll be able to do a giveaway. In the meantime, I know there are a couple of Flosstubers out there who've got some vouchers to give away already. They also have discount codes for the Talking Dog Stitchery shop, which go and use those. That would be great. And yeah, thanks so much for coming and joining me. Happy stitching. See you soon. Bye.